This episode has been brought to you by JustNForm.com. If you're tired of being censored, tired of having your data stolen and sold, go to JustNForm.com, a social media site where all voices are welcome.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning into another episode of Mi Casa Su Casa, and I am your host, Niko House. And as usual, I want to thank all of our patrons on Patreon. You can support the show by going there and clicking on the link in the description below. Greatly appreciate it. And of course, I do want to thank everybody who has already joined us on JustNForm.com. Make sure that you go ahead and register for JustNForm today and join the evolution of social media. I do want to go ahead and talk about Rachel Maddow's emotional display while discussing the immigrant children who were separated from their families. Now, it really happened, okay? I'm not in this camp that thinks that this is just not happening, that this is new. And if you are in that camp that think this is just fake, I need you to understand something. This isn't fake. This isn't new. This is happening. Okay? I know of a story where somebody who was an immigrant who taught their kids how to read at a very early age, couldn't speak English himself, but had his kids reading it. The oldest was 4 years old, reading and speaking English, so they can create better opportunities for themselves. But because the teacher was surprised at the fact that an immigrant child could speak English so well, the teacher thought that the father was pushing them too hard, I guess, by reading to them in English, and threatened to send him back and leave the children here in foster care. So this isn't new. This is something that's happened for a long time, ramped up under Clinton and Obama, and is being continued by Trump, simply getting more airplay now. That's all. Trump is good for the ratings, and it's getting more airplay now. But please, people, please, let's not pretend like this isn't happening, nor let's, it is happening, and it's happening, and it's not new. You get what I'm saying? I don't like when people pretend that it's new. And that's what Rachel Maddow is doing right here. I'm as outraged by what I am seeing with this poor immigration reform, if you will, I guess, if that's what Trump and Jeff Sessions want to call it. This isn't really reform, and it doesn't address the problem. But she gets a story handed to her, and she says, "Oh God, look, this is me concentrating on trying to get some tears out," because she couldn't get any tears out. She was concentrating really hard. She was like, "Oh God, put the graphic up. I can't get the tears out right now. I need you to, so I can." They say if you hold your eyes wide open for a long time, you can force yourself to cry. Let me just go ahead and try that real quick. Maddow, to be very clear about something, there are a lot of things that you could have talked about and that you could have done a very long time ago. If you cared about these children, and I'm not saying you don't care about them, but if you legitimately cared about these children, and not only these children, but really refugees from all over, because let's make no mistake about it, people, a lot of the Mexicans who come here are indeed refugees. However, we don't like to call them refugees in the United States because there's a different connotation for that. We say immigrants. I've already covered this in another episode, right? Mexicans or Hondurans or pretty much any darker skin nationality that comes from South America. Those are immigrants. You got to say it like that for the camera. If you're coming from the Middle East or West Africa or East Africa, you're a refugee. You got to say it like that. They do that on purpose. If you're coming from Cuba, you're a political prisoner. You see the difference here? But these Mexicans are indeed refugees / political prisoners. And they are that because people like Rachel Maddow refuse to address the military-industrial complex. In fact, people like Rachel Maddow, especially Rachel Maddow, likes... Oh, 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 oh. Beating the war drums like Leonardo DiCaprio off of Wolf on Wall Street. Syria and Mexico are not that different. We destabilize Syria. We destabilize Mexico. We destabilize Afghanistan. We destabilize Honduras. We destabilize Somalia. We destabilize Venezuela. Do you start to see the patterns here? When you destabilize countries, you displace people. People have nowhere else to go. So I'm not going to be on the side of the barrel of the gun that will kill me. I would rather be on the other side of the barrel of the gun. I think it's pretty simple. It's not complicated. But you don't address these issues. You don't say something as what I think is pretty simple. I think it's pretty simple. How about we create a clear path to citizenship and give people a legitimate chance to be here? Oh my God! Like if you follow these steps directly, you can be here. And if you get this particular visa, while you're going through these steps, as long as you're continuing to do these steps, you can remain here. As long as you continue to do these steps and don't break any serious laws while you're here, you can remain. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're telling me that if you gave people clear paths to citizenship and made it affordable, people wouldn't be as likely to hide their status of their citizenship? And if you stop bombing their countries and sending, and propping up drug cartels via the CIA, then they may not even run from their nation. And then if you don't hold their country's economy hostage by entering them in like these mafioso trade deals, then they may even be able to thrive in their own country. Is that what you're saying? Nah. No. What? That's insane. Why didn't politicians think of this? Maddow doesn't want to address the issues. Maddow doesn't give a damn about these children. Maddow doesn't give a damn about anybody but Maddow. Because remember how she was for Hillary Clinton? One of the first border walls. She was a border wall aficionado. She likes to call herself a pantsuit aficionado. She was one of the first border wall people out there. She was really excited about that border wall. Not even joking. Bill Clinton, Obama. Y'all thought because he saved, 200 to 300,000 dreamers that was so y'all can feel good. That was feel good stuff right there. Oh my God, look at Obama. He's so sweet. He stopped 300,000 kids who don't know any other country besides the one that they've lived in since they can remember. They don't even speak. Some of them don't even speak their native language. Look at him being so nice and saving 300,000 out of like 15 million people. That was so sweet of him to keep them here. Stop it. Stop it, Maddow. Save the crocodile tears, bro. We don't believe you. You don't care. Maybe when you start addressing the because let's be honest, you talk about everything else. You love to go into analysis and drop conspiracy theories about this little 12-mile border with North Korea and Russia. Trump's doing Russia's bidding for that 12-mile border. You can talk about that, but God forbid we address the issues, right? When to do something like that and upset your donors and your puppet masters, that give you 20 million or so right in your pocket. All I'm saying is, outside of like a talk show host where they're, where they sell drama, ain't nobody giving you $1 million a night, $100,000 a night to read the news, homie. I can read the news really well. I don't get $100,000 a night. I'm just saying. I hope they ain't paying you $100,000 a night for them acting skills, because you need to go back to class. Practice the fake crying. You're never going to have a successful career in Hollywood unless you get that fake crying down, Rachel. You know that. All right. And with that being said, people, always remember, more than anything else, find your balance. See you on JustNForm. Peace.